write down a word that represents a struggle or an obstacle that you feel you need to overcome.
Okay. I'm actually very happy that I thought about this before coming, because it took me a while. And I wonder if anybody's...
You have really good handwriting.
Yeah, I do. I can take it. Okay.
Thanks.
I'm going to take two pictures, or a few pictures. One of you just holding it up.
Okay.
And then one where you're just showing your eyes. Move over a teensy bit. So that's perfect.
Ooh, something just hit my bug. I'm gonna get it like higher.
However.
I just can't get over the lighting in here. Everyone's skin has been just like glowing because the light sneaking in the side.
Okay, and now hold it to cover your nose and mouth and just show your eyes. Put it up a little bit more. Perfect.
Gorgeous.
Perfect. Thank you.
Can you share with us why you chose the word motivation?
Yes. So I chose it because at the moment that is what I'm struggling with to find motivation. I pretty much did what you're supposed to do after high school: go to college, graduate, get my big girl job, get a car, move out. But I feel like there's like, what else do I do? I have to go back to school. I don't have enough motivation for that. And then do I really want to do that? So that's where I'm at the moment. So that's what I've been struggling with, just to find that motivation. Also just to get healthier with myself, try to find meditation, all that stuff. So it's been like a different type of like struggle.
Yeah.
Finding that motivation, because before it was like, it wasn't given to me, but it was like, you have a plan. You know, like plan. And then once that plan is done, you're like,
what do
like,
I want to do?
There's still enough time. Do I want to go back to school? Do I want to go back to not having a life, or so forth and so forth? So finding that motivation has been a struggle. And I know it's there. It's just like rebirthing it, I guess.
Sure.
To what it was before. It's completely different.
So what would you say motivates you organically without having to like put effort into trying to be motivated in life, just in general?
What do you mean? Like just
like, is there anything that you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to do X?
What motivates me? I guess it would have to be, I do love reading books and photography, so that's like something that I've never got into it. I don't know why, but that's something that I've realized as I'm growing up, that it just gets my attention.
Yeah.
I just got this awesome book from Amoeba of Robin Williams, this guy who used to be his photographer like the past 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Still in the middle of it. That's great. So stuff like that, and also just being creative, like reorganizing my room and doing like small arts and crafts and painting. That, there you go, painting. That has become like a new hobby too.
I'm right there with you. So it sounds like you're motivated, and it sounds like you're trying to find maybe focus and motivation as it pertains to like societal expectations for work, would you say?
Yeah, for work, for sure.
Talk a little bit about that. So, you know, what are you doing currently for work? What are you thinking about doing?
Right now, so I got my bachelor's in sociology because I've always wanted to help out people.
Cool.
And then especially growing up here and like how it used to be, the mom was a single mom, you know, stuff like that. So I'm working not where I want to work. So that has a lot to do with it too, but I feel like where I'm working, it's needed. So I work for a nonprofit called Grandparents as Parents. So we help grandparents, any relative caregiver that is getting the child of their own children, or, you know, their sister or whatever that can't take care of them. So pretty much trying to not have the child in a system. So obviously, like, my mom's first generation, since she doesn't know that much English, doesn't know how the court would be, so we help out like those people, like grandparents that have no idea what to do, get run over by the system, and kind of just guide them. So
that's
I work
amazing.
But I've wanted to work with youth, so this is like very different.
Opposite,
But I also feel like it's a struggle and it's very emotional, and that's kind of, I think, what's getting at me, because you can't do much. And that's what sucks. And even if you do the right thing, like, for example, you know, DCFS Department of Child and Family Services, they're like the main ones.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can do everything around it, but if you can't choose that, like there's not much you can do. And the fact that you have to tell them like, we can't do anymore, we just gotta wait. Or you also, and that's the part that I'm struggling with, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I want to do more, so that's making me like, do I go back to school and do more and do it become that change, or do I just keep working with what I have?
Mm-hmm.
So my job right now is a little bit more emotional than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And then I used to work at a hotel, so it's a very different vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Completely. So I mean, it's a struggle, but I feel like if I'm not there, like, I'm making like a tiny little difference, and that for me is like rewarding. Like when a grandparent goes like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, you're the sweetest, and like they're very gracious. And if you just like invite them to like a fundraiser we have or something, they're like, I didn't know, or something, little things like that's rewarding to me.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps me going. But I also feel like I shouldn't, not that I shouldn't, but that's not my calling, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
when you're doing something, but you're like, this is not it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
This is not the point right now. But
it feels kind of forced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a weird way.
Do you find, coming from a single parent home, that you can't follow your passions and hobbies as a financial to be financially compensated by them, and you feel like kind of pressured to have a more steady, business oriented type of job?
I get what you mean. I felt that before, and I do. The funny thing is, the friends that I have, they're more financially compensated. So like me and my sister always talk about, like, no one really relates to us because it's very different, and that's one thing that gets me going back to school, because then I have to work 40 hours, like I can't. And two of my friends that went to get their masters had the ability to not work the last 2 years, which is great, and
it's great for them. I'm so happy for them.
I know, but I am happy. Yeah. But I think about my situation, and I'm like, that's gonna be a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But I don't find it, like, as I'm growing up, I need people that do it. So that's more inspiring to me. Yeah. And I think I used to think that way, and I feel like now I'm like, I think that makes it more of a better, fight for me to want to do it, and then to actually do it, like, that would even be more rewarding. When I did my bachelor's, those 2 years were crazy enough for me, and then I did it, and I was like, yes, and like, so I know, like, it pushes me towards it, but I will, be honest, and I have felt that way, but I feel now society has changed so much, especially for women, that it doesn't matter, like, what you want to do. And I've also met so many people that are like, you're so young, like, you don't have to choose right now. Yeah. And then I think society puts that label, like, as I'm feeling right now, like, ooh, I should be doing something. Oh, yeah. But I already am doing enough that I should take my time, and I, as a woman, for me, I totally, like, overanalyze things, and I'm like, what am I doing? I should, like, clock is ticking, but there's really no clock.
Yeah, there is no clock. I think that's a very interesting point.